Today, I'm back with another mega ranking for you all. Today, I'm going to be ranking all the Jurassic World films on 4K right out of my 4K collection. So this has 5 movies, but I also did see Jurassic World Dominion in theaters, so I will include that one in the rankings as well. Also, I'll go through the visual and audio quality of the 4K on these movies. Also, the special features that are included in this box set, do a quick unboxing of this collection, and then, of course, ultimately, my ranking with all the movies towards the end of the video. So you want to stick around throughout the entire video to get all the information. Also, I'll let you know the price of this and where you can find it. So let's get right into it. Once again, this is a 4K Ultra HD collection. At the time of this recording, this is available on Amazon at $42.99, which is not a bad price for all 5 movies. Now, down the line, they'll probably do a 6-movie collection to include Jurassic World Dominion. So that's maybe why the price isn't so bad on this. But an option is to get this, the 5-movie collection, and then just get Jurassic World Dominion by itself in like a 4K slipcover or a 4K steelbook of that one. Or, once again, you can hold off and just probably get the 6-movie collection together when they release all those. But who knows when we will get that. But for now, let's take a look at this. I do like the front cover. I think it's perfect. I think the symbol fits the Jurassic World franchise very nicely. It's a very Fallen Kingdom feel to it, but that's okay. Still looks really cool. Follow the lava. And then the spine is just simple, but it sits on the shelf pretty nicely, and it doesn't take up too much space, which is great to have all those movies not take up so much space. And you get all 5 films here. You get Jurassic Park, The Lost World Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, and Jurassic Fallen Kingdom. Now, you get hours of bonus features as well. If you want to zoom in right there into the orange section, you can see, but I'll read them off as well. You get Return to Jurassic Park, a 6-part documentary. Really good in-depth documentary. I highly recommend that one. The Making of Jurassic Park 1 through 3. That is a great making of featurette. Steven Spielberg directs Jurassic Park. Storyboards. I mean, that's great. You get the director's perspective, which was really nice. You get the deleted scenes, a visit to ILM, Welcome to Jurassic World, Jurassic World All Access Pass, Chris Pratt's Jurassic Journals, On Set with Chris and Bryce, Dinosaurs Roam Once Again, Birth of the Indoraptor, Death by Dino, Malcolm's Return, and much more. I'm telling you, there's hours and hours of bonus features in here. If you can get through them all in a week, you definitely deserve an award because there is a lot there. So it's great to have all those bonus features, and it's for all the movies. Jurassic World movies, Jurassic Park movies, all included there. So really, really nice to have those. Now, in terms of the visual quality, I think the 4K shines through really nicely on these movies. In particular, I really like the 4K with the first 3 movies. The HDR is really nice. The colors shine through a lot better. And you can just see the characters a lot more. You can pick out more of their clothing, their face, their hair. I mean, everything's just a lot sharper. The dinosaurs as well, which of course is key to a Jurassic Park franchise. You want to see good looking dinosaurs. They're all there, especially the practical effect ones look really nice in the original movies with the 4K, so very sharp, very clean there. And then the Jurassic World movies, they do look good as well, but because those are newer movies, you probably won't notice as big of a difference, but definitely for the original Jurassic Park movies, especially that first Jurassic Park, you notice such a big difference in the dinosaurs and characters. And even when you get into the Lost World Jurassic Park, even though that movie is a lot more darker, a lot of night scenes, it still looks a lot better with the HDR because it's just deeper darks, which were really nice and they shine through definitely. And also there's a lot of elements in these movies. Remember, there's a lot of water, rain sequences. You get a lot of fire, lava sequences. All those elements shine through a lot better with the 4K. So to me, having these movies on the 4K is really essential. And then all the soundtracks are great in here. I don't know if each of them include a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. It's kind of tough to see if all the 4Ks do include Dolby Atmos, but even if they don't, I'm telling you, the soundtracks sound great, especially when those iconic scores kick on. Especially for that first movie, you can really tell the difference. It just sounds so amazing. Great, great Jurassic Park score there. So really like the audio as well. So to me, visually, audio, 4K, can't beat it. It's fantastic with this one. Now let's take a look at how this movie is put together, basically with our packaging. We get the 4K and the Blu-ray separate, which is kind of different. We don't always see that. Usually we see the Blu-rays and 4Ks together in one packaging. That's usually how most packagings are done. This is the first time I've ever seen where it's separate, which is kind of an interesting choice, but it's okay. I mean, you get the 4Ks, you get the Blu-rays, so you got those together. So yeah, it's not a bad way to do it. It's just a different way than I've seen before. And so of course we want to take a look at these. So we'll take a look at the Blu-ray disc first, see if there's any nice artwork on the inside. And we'll be quick with this one just because there is no artwork on this. So unfortunately, the Blu-ray's kind of slack here in terms of the disc. No artwork, it's just the titles. So not super excited with that. Now hopefully the 4K is a little bit better, which I've already seen this, so I can tell you it is. And so at least with the 4Ks, you get different artwork for each of the movies. And also this flips a lot better than the Blu-rays for some reason. I don't know why. It just does a better job on the 4Ks. But yeah, you get all the nice movie artwork on there. A lot better than the Blu-rays, so I appreciate that. But once again, they are both separate, so you gotta put them together basically, and then slide them back into this packaging. Now this packaging, it's alright. It's not the most durable in the world, but it's also not too flimsy. I'd say it's okay, but nothing special. But it doesn't take up too much space, once again, for having 5 4Ks, 5 Blu-rays. Not a bad way to package the movies and just kind of have it on the shelf, either this way as displayable or just to save some space. Spine's okay too, and it's pretty big so you can find it easily. Never have a problem locating this one. So overall, a really good pickup for the price, really good quality on these movies. And so if you don't have this set yet, once again, this is one I can definitely recommend from firsthand experience. Very, very good quality. Now let's go ahead and rank these movies along with Jurassic World Dominion, because I did see that movie. So let's get into our ranking list. We'll go from the worst to the best. So I'll save my favorite number one choice for the very end of the video. But let's go ahead, and this is going to be now 6, including Dominion in here. So at number 6, we're going to have Jurassic World Dominion. Oh my goodness. What happened with this franchise? It went off the rails. I was so disappointed. If you saw my short reaction with Jurassic World Dominion, to me, it was just such a convoluted plot and story. The script was all over the place. And I know they wanted to include the classic legacy characters as well. So that's probably why the plots got all mixed together and convoluted. But it was just too overstuffed, too much for this movie. And it left me questioning why the legacy characters were even there. To me, they just felt out of place. Even though it was cool to see them, you know, I always want to see Ian Malcolm again. Jeff Goldblum, of course, he had some good lines. It just felt really out of place to me, so I just didn't like the script overall. The dialogue was laughable. Literally, I would laugh out loud in the theater when I wasn't supposed to, because there's just such poorly written dialogue. A lot of the actors looked like they were phoning in their performances, and they even added in new characters, which even overstuffed the movie more. Movie's really long, over 2 hours, 20 minutes, but it wasn't well paced, so it dragged in some moments. So just not my kind of Jurassic World movie, unfortunately. Even though there were some cool visuals in there, a lot of dinosaurs roaming around, that was cool. Just, overstuffed. And then the plot, like I said, it takes a really weird turns in there, and to me, it's not enough focus on the dinosaurs, unfortunately. So I have to put Jurassic World Dominion at a clear last place at that number 6 place. All right, next we're going to get into number 5. Now, number 5, I'm gonna have to go, and this is tough because I kind of flip back between 5 and 4. You asked me on a different day, this order might be switched here. But number 5, for my own personal taste, I think I'm gonna have to go with Jurassic Park 3. Yes, I'm going to go Jurassic Park 3. Now, I don't think this is a terrible movie by any means. We do get the character Dr. Alan Grant back, which is nice. I like seeing him, and he really, still the scenes in this movie. I do also like seeing the survivalists of the kid really being able to survive in this jungle for a long time. That's a really cool aspect. But then you got the parents, which are kind of irritating. Like the mom is always whining all over the place. I know she wants to find her kid. I get it, but she gets a little too much at times. And yeah, the story is kind of forgettable after you see the movie. So it's just not the most memorable movie, even though there are some cool sequences here and there. It's just compared to the other movies, it just doesn't do anything to rise above its spot right here. So I do have to put this movie, Jurassic Park 3, at a clear 5th place. Now let's get into number 4. So like I said, I always flip-flop this order here between 4 and 5. You ask me tomorrow, it may be flopped. But for right now, at number 4, we're going to put The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Yes. Now, I think this movie, for me right now in this moment, is a little bit better than Jurassic Park 3 because I do like the acting talent here a little bit more. You get Vince Vaughn, which is great to see in a little bit more of a serious role, so I just think that's a really cool touch. And then also you get Dr. Ian Malcolm back, Jeff Goldblum. To me, he's my favorite character in the whole Jurassic Park franchise, so to see him back, get some focus there. I do really like that. Now, this movie is filmed a lot more darkly, and the tone is more dark, so I don't like that as much. I do like seeing more of the brighter colors of Jurassic Park and the landscapes and dinosaurs, so to me, that is one negative, but it's still directed really well. It's still directed by Steven Spielberg, and so it's still a well-told story, and I can admit that. So I do like it. And also there are some iconic scenes there with the little dinosaurs on the beach, like just getting all ferocious. That is a memorable scene to me, so I always remember that. The T-Rex, going into the city, that's memorable as well, so that's really cool. So I like that. So I'm going to have to put The Lost World, Jurassic Park at that number 4 spot. Next, we're going to get into our top 3 here. So our 3rd place is actually going to go to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, I know this one for a lot of people might be lower on the list. Yeah, there's not really a huge focus on a Jurassic Park setting, which is, kind of the bad part to it. You kind of want to see more of these dinosaurs in the jungle setting. But no, unfortunately, they kind of take away that at the beginning, and then you basically get into a horror movie at a mansion, and you got kind of this evil raptor hybrid dinosaur basically like sneaking around trying to get these human characters, and it kind of becomes a slasher movie, like this dinosaur is hunting them. So that's the part I like. So just reminds me of horror slasher movies. Horror movies are my second favorite genre, so I actually do like that twist on it, even though, it is a big departure from what Jurassic Park was. I still think it's, bold to try something different there, and if you look at it in that way, I think it works okay. And I don't know, there's just something about that raptor hybrid dinosaur that he just looks like a mustache twirling villain, just how he thinks and moves. So that's why this movie is a little bit higher for my personal taste, but I know might be lower on your list. Next, we're into our top 2 now. And so at number 2, I'm going to have Jurassic World. Now, I was very curious to see what they were going to do with a new Jurassic World movie that didn't involve the old past Jurassic Park characters. I thought this could have been terrible and not go good at all. But actually, it was pretty good. Chris Pratt is a great actor, in my opinion. Very charismatic. just like his personality on screen, so I'm glad they added him as Owen. He trains raptors. You got Blue in there, which is a really cool raptor. You get to see their bond and friendship, so I think that's a nice addition to add. You're back at a Jurassic Park setting, but Jurassic World, and it's a lot bigger of a theme park, so you get the theme park attractions with the dinosaurs. I think that's essential to making a good Jurassic Park movie. Having a Jurassic theme park, I know, so outrageous, right? But you need that in the movie. And then Bryce Dallas Howard is all right as well for the part she plays. Now, they do kind of force in some kids into this movie because probably trying to recapture the magic of the first Jurassic Park movie. So that kind of throws me off a little bit. But, I mean, they're not bad or anything. They're just kind of like squeezed in there. But overall, I still think it's a good movie, still entertaining, and now it's updated. Visually, really good CGI effects, so the dinosaurs actually look pretty good in the movie, and I like that. So, Jurassic World goes into that number 2 second place spot. Now, at number one, my first place now, obviously, is Jurassic Park. Of course, to me, it's the most iconic, right? It's the most original, right? Because it's the first one, but the score is just amazing that it created. Oh, John Williams' score, it is amazing there. So good. I can always just picture the doors of Jurassic Park opening when that song plays. And you got a lot of great characters. All the doctor characters are great. And they all have different unique personalities and how they talk and banter back and forth. I mean, it's just great how they're able to do that with these different characters in there. The kid characters are great too, the grandkids. And there's high stakes in this movie. Basically, you know, things get shut down in the park, becomes a horror movie. So at first, it's like a fantasy adventure movie. You're going to explore this park, see all these cool dinosaurs, like at a dinosaur zoo you could think of. But then no, gets shut down. Now it's a horror movie until they can get power turned back on. And you got a T-Rex, you got raptors, and a lot of these effects on the dinosaurs are practical. Yeah, some of them are CGI. Maybe the CGI doesn't keep up as well today. For the time, it's actually pretty good, but the practical effects they use with the animatronics on the dinosaurs, like dinosaur mouth, I mean, that looks really cool. So the dinosaurs are great in here, and what they do and how this movie is directed, once again, Steven Spielberg, director masterpiece for this movie. He is the GOAT. So you get the story told in a very suspenseful way. So it builds up, it's a logical progression, and then it's very suspenseful, thrilling moments. You don't need tons and tons of dinosaurs running around, but the moments they have with the dinosaurs and the humans, you're just on the edge of your seat. You're so terrified. You're like, oh my goodness, are these raptors gonna get the grandkids? I mean, in that kitchen sequence, it's just so suspenseful. Oh my gosh, such a good sequence. And then everything with the T-Rex and the Jeeps. I mean, it just works so well. And it's those horrific moments that really just get you into the movie. And you're like, oh my goodness, I want these characters to survive. And hey, you even get Samuel L. Jackson in this movie and a few other recognizable actors as well. I mean, it's all good here. So yeah, Jurassic Park, definitely my first place choice. Totally deserves it. Still keeps up to today, and with the 4K update, ooh, it really keeps up. So that's why I keep recommending these 4Ks over here. But that's just my ranking list, my personal list. I know your list is probably completely different, so go ahead and jump down in the comments below. Leave how you would rank all the Jurassic Park and World movies, including Dominion if you've already seen Dominion. And yeah, give us that ranking. That's going to be cool to see everybody's difference of opinions on those. Also, if you're just discovering the channel for the very first time and you love talking physical media movies, collections, unboxings, reviews, you name it, I cover it here. You're going to want to subscribe right now. Of course, make sure you throw up some likes to the video. Also, if you really like this video, I have other unboxings and collections you're going to love. Make sure you click on the next video.
Come on. Do it. Do it. Come on, come on.
And this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.